Hello, boys and girls. AW Freak 1127 here. Before I get too ill to send this no, I'm not. I got a cold. It's nothing. It's not COVID or anything. But maybe I should have phrased that a little better. Before I get to whatever to make this video, I want to say Happy New Year to all of you out there. Uh, I don't have a whole lot of motivational things. You've heard all the motivational things. You've read all the motivational memes, you've heard all of the jokes. I'm probably far behind on many memes because I just have not been very internet active in general lately. Lately, I've just been focusing on this up here. I've found a therapist who works for me, mercifully, finally. Uh, this may be breaking news to some of you, but mental health in Finland is really not a whole lot better than mental health in the United States. Nobody seems to care, nobody seems to want to fund it, period. But I'm lucky enough to have found a therapist who is very hands on and is willing to try some new things that I've been pretty scared to try, but I have to do something. And I came to that point in my life recently where I was made to realize that things need to change and I cannot keep letting depression rule my life, and more importantly, I cannot let depression continue to make the lives of others who happen to cross my path miserable, and because it makes you just not give a fuck. You just, and you may hear that a lot, but until you've been depressed, I don't know if you can really appreciate the level of not giving a fuck that depression bestows upon you. Those words you say, those people you push away, none of these things matter at all because you feel a certain way inside, and you feel like if everything just went away, and if you just went into a hole, crawl into a hole somewhere, the proverbial hole, and just everybody else went away, you'd feel fine. I've been shown several times in my life that pushing everybody away does not make you feel fine in the end. You end up feeling like a lonely, miserable pile of shit. And that's what I am looking to avoid with this therapy and with this new way of looking at my thoughts and chasing away, or not chasing away, but just being more mindful of the things that make me start to feel. And I absolutely think that YouTube, in some small way, when I was ranting and raving and screaming and yelling, in some small way, it was kind of feeding my depression because I was always out there looking for the negative stories to talk about, and they were making me feel a certain way, making me feel angry, not positive. I would be talking about these things that would just piss me off, and I want to be a more positive person, not just positive about life, like, oh, life is so sunny and great, but just positive enough to know that there is hope for me to be able to be happy in this world. And I think all of you have that same hope. Even if mental health seems so far away and unattainable, if I could find it being an American in Finland with the culture barrier and the language barrier, I am absolutely 100% certain you can find it as well. You just have to stick with it. And it's very much worth it. Why is it worth it? Have I gotten better like 100% all of a sudden just like that? No. No, it's a process, but it beats the alternative of sitting here and beating myself up and letting the depression just take me over and turn me into this person I don't want to be. So, that all being said, please don't be afraid to seek help if you feel like you need it. A lot of us really, 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 really do, and we're not, because of stigma, because of cost, because of bullying. There's so many reasons people don't seek help, but seek it if you feel it. You'll know it when you feel it. Trust me. Um, Beyond that, this channel is like I still do have ideas for things. I still plan on doing some dives. I have a few ideas I've been kicking around, but I've been in a weird place lately, and I fear that soon I will be coming down with whatever cold was going around the get together that my wife was at the other day. But that's fine. Um, to think that I even would have people who wanted to see me go through my old stuff is actually it's pretty fucking cool. So that's all the more motivation for me to keep doing this stuff. So thank you to those of you who have been watching the dives and have enjoyed whether it's the dives or the wrestling videos or whatever else I do. Thank you very much. And as long as I feel like it's something that I enjoy, um, and you know, I'll keep doing it. I'm so sorry I can't be more motivational and bubbly and all that. It's just I don't really feel it, and not just because of the depression, but I was talking about the depression mostly because I really want everybody out there to do well. I don't want anybody to have to suffer under depression if they don't have to. It's just it's it sucks, but it's not insurmountable. And I think that was my biggest problem. Thinking that whatever problems I have are insurmountable, no therapist could string any amount of words together to make me feel better. But just in these few short weeks, I've already been feeling so much better. So you're not hopeless. None of us are hopeless. Even when our fellow human beings seem to be, things don't have to be hopeless for us. So, that being said, I hope 2022, I hope humans can get their shit together and just end this fucking pandemic. Because remember, you are the pandemic, and your actions are the pandemic. Have a good day, folks.